everybody. I hope everybody's having a fabulous week this week. So this week, what's popping and dropping
is a swinging banana boat pop-up card.
what you're able to do is swing the little boat. I'm sure y'all can see it moving back and forth, but it swings like so. So if you'd like, we can go ahead and head over to Design Space, and I'm going to show you everything that comes in the card. I'll meet you over there.
Okay, guys, when you open the swing boat pop-up card, this is what you will find in the file. The two sets of monkeys here, the one in blue, those are the ones that you will use to put the head on exactly as you see, and then the ones in the pink bows, these guys are the ones you can lay the head whichever direction you would like to use them. I do not use all of these in the card today, and I just put them here in case you want to switch some of those out. These guys right here go on top of this piece. So if you don't want to use the triangle, I did a banana one and just a plain one if you would like to utilize those. If you do not have heavy enough cardstock like I did not have, go ahead and cut out two of these. So cardstock is heavy enough, you don't need to cut an extra set out. All of these pieces over here are the pieces that I will be using in the video today to demonstrate how to put this together. If you want to add any additional pieces, go ahead and do that. If you like, we can go ahead and get all of our pieces cut out, and then I'll meet you at the craft table and I'll show you how to put it together. I'll meet you over there.
Okay, guys, so we can get our card base out and our pretty paper. And in two of our pieces of pretty paper, we have a cut line here, and that's just so we can slip it past our mechanism that's going to hold our boat. So if you would like, we can go ahead and work this score line here. And then once we work our score line, we can work our little tabs on each side. There's a little score line, and you can just kind of push it back and forth a couple of times and do the same thing to the other side. And then our pieces of paper that have the slit in it, if you're using paper that has a design on it and you want it to go a certain way, make sure you're placing your paper on your mat correctly so it cuts right. So we'll just slide it in that slit and then glue it down like so. And we want to make sure our little tab is sticking up. And then the same thing for our other side over here, we'll do the same thing. And I'm just going to put glue around here and up here a little. And then once I get it on, I'm going to add my glue up here so it'll be less messy for me. And then I'm just going to pull this little guy back and put glue on it. All right, so we have that done, and we can get out our pieces for our boat. Now in the file there are two different kinds of monkey. There's one, place the monkey's head any way you want so you can move his head around. And the other one, and this is one that you can place the head anywhere. And then there's this is our second type of monkey where it looks like he's leaning forward. And on this one, you place it exactly where the head is going to go. So you'll just line the head up here. On the one that hangs forward like this, you can clearly see there's no head to place it. So you can move his head however you want. And it's up to you whichever one you would like to use. Also in the file is two sets of these guys here with the score line on the top, and you might need to cut out a second one if your paper is not sturdy enough. This paper is pretty flimsy. It says it's a 65 pound, but it just doesn't feel like it. So I'm going to double up on this piece. And on the second piece that you're going to use just for the, if you need to use it for sturdiness, you don't have to keep this top part here. You can cut it off right at that score line. So then what we can do is on each of these, there is a score line. So we can go ahead and work that score line. And then we're going to take our other piece and then we're just going to glue it onto the body like so. And then we can do the same thing to our other one over here. The extra thing we're going to need this week is some sort of brad to put through our piece up here so it will swing. I want to make sure my piece, the extra piece that I glued, is on the inside of this. So I'm making sure those two pieces are facing each other, and then we'll faux those two tabs down into each other. Then we're going to put glue all around this square piece here, and then we're going to glue it together like so. So let's do that. And then once it's glued together, it looks like that. And now we can get out our pieces to our boat. I'm sorry, this is not our boat. This is our decoration for the front. We can get these two pieces out, and this piece will just go on the front, and we're going to try to center that. So we can glue both of those pieces on. All right, so we have those pieces done. I'm going to show you how to put a monkey together. Now this guy here is the one where you can place the head anywhere. You can see there's no ears. We'll take the belly and put it on. We have our little feet down here. And we can do his hands. You can use vinyl or paper on this part. And on my other card, I didn't do, just to be different on some of them, I didn't put the different color on their hands and feet of the monkeys. And here's our head, so we need to go ahead and put that on our head part. And then we have his eyes. And the ones with the eyelashes is the ones I made for the girl monkey. And then also for the girl, I made a little bow for her hair. Just going to put a little bit of glue on that center dot of the bow. And then stick it on her hair. And then for her head, or if you're doing a boy, for his head, you can turn it however you want and glue it down. So you just put a little glue up here and then place your monkey head however you want it. Now let's go ahead and finish up our other ones. So a little tip, if you don't want to cut the little pieces on the banana that go at the end, because they are really small, you could hide that in your layers, and then we can just take a brown marker, this is just a Sharpie, and then just color those two ends on here like so. And that way you don't have to mess with the little tiny pieces. So I think I've got all my bananas done. Now what I was going to show you what I did with the leaves here. There's a big set of leaves and a smaller set of leaves. You don't have to do both if you don't want to. I just like how it makes it look. And to give it some more texture and make it look more 3D, I just take my leaf and kind of fold it in the middle. And then we have something that looks like that. And then this is one of the smaller ones. And just fold it somewhere on that leaf. And then we have that, which I think gives it some character here. So the next thing we can do is get out a brad. You just need a brad that's going to be able to fit through there and not slide through. And then what you'll do is you'll line these two guys up and put it through. And then you're going to put it through the hole on the inside of our piece here. And when you go to fold this over, you don't want this super duper tight because then it's not going to be able to move back and forth. So if you have something you can stick under it
as you go to fold the brad over.
so it's not laying so flat, and that way this will move nicely. Now for this guy, let's put it on. In the file, there are three different options. There's the triangle one, and then I did one that has bananas going down the middle here instead of the triangles, or there's a plain solid one. It's totally up to you which one you want to use. We're just going to put some glue on the back of this, and then we're going to center it on this guy like so. So let's do that. So now we have this piece, and then it looks like that on this side. Now for our boat, if you want to take your piece and turn it inside out, we want this piece to be like a V. For my banana, I think I'm going to add a little bit of brown shading to this piece here. I'm just using my little brush and then the Jim Holtz frayed burlap. It's a brownish color. These, I don't know if you can see those lines in there. There we go. I just took the end of this and then just drew some of those lines, swirly lines on there. And then I'm going to go ahead and do some on the back of this side. And then we're going to take this guy and kind of make a V here. About like that. And then we're going to put a little glue on each of these sides here. And then we're going to just pop our banana on like so. So about like a size of an A is how wide I'm putting it apart. And then we want to try to center this guy here. And then we can put these guys back down. There's our little swinging boat. And if you need to put this down like this, you can to get an idea of where you want to put your little monkeys. I think I like her like that. So all you do is take and put some glue on the little monkey here. Glue her into place. I'm going to take her arm here and put it over the top. And for him, I think I'm going to have him hanging over like so. I'm just going to put a little glue on this back leg. I put a little glue on his foot to hold it in place. I think the arm will be okay. I'm not going to put any glue on it. And then if you're not going to put anything else on this piece here, we can glue this on the back so we don't see the legs and make it look nice and clean like so. Then we can go ahead and put our piece in. Make sure you have your card going the way you want it. And then you're just going to center this piece into this piece like so. Then you put a little glue on the green tab here and then fold it down onto our brown piece. So let's do that. So this is what it's looking like so far. And then this guy, you're going to put a little glue on this side of the tab. And then you'll adhere it to the opposite side like so. I'm just kind of setting mine up straight and then lining it up, and then just keep slowly moving it towards my tab here. And then once it looks like I got it centered, I'm going to give it a little squeeze. And if you can, you don't want it directly sitting on the card, so you want to pick it up just a little. Not sure if you can see it, but I do have a little edge where it's not quite touching my card there. We have our little swinging banana. Now the next thing what we can do is put our leaves on the top of our piece up here. Now when you put this on, you just want to make sure you're not going outside of your card with it when you put your little leaves on. So if you need to close it like I'm doing and give it a check every once in a while, do that. And if you notice, you kind of have to fan it out on the sides and don't really put anything on the top there. So what I'm going to do is just kind of play around with my leaves here. So I think I'm going to just take a little glue and put right there, and then put a lighter green one, and then do a darker one on the other side. And then I'm just kind of seeing how that looks. You know, taking this green leaf and putting it somewhere here to make it look fuller. Yeah, like that. Then I'm going to take my little ones and kind of squeeze it up inside those leaves there. And there's the top of my tree. There's no right or wrong way to put this together. And then we're just going to glue this on the top of here, but we just want to make sure nothing is sticking out up here. So I'm just going to put a little glue on the top of my piece right here, and then place my tree top on. And you don't want to squeeze this too hard because your brad is in here. So if you can go on the underside and give it a squeeze. Still swinging. Now we got our little tree top on. Okay, so we have two choices with these pieces here. You can put it on the outside like so and center it if you want to have right a message on it, or even if you don't, you want to put more decorations on it, or we can center it in the back behind here, and you can still put a little decorations on it too. I am going to put mine behind it like so. So I'm just going to take a little glue here about where I think the center is, and then slip it through, and then line it up on my card. And then we're going to do the same thing for the other side. And we still have our swinging little boat here. Now I'm going to take my little monkey here, and I have a small banana that I made, and I'm going to put it on her hand. And then I'm going to set her somewhere down here on the bottom like so. And then I have this guy. This is the one where you can move his head any way you want. And then I did an open banana for him. And then I'm going to put him like hanging from the trees over here. I just kind of glued him on one of them leaves there. And then for this side over here, I'm just going to do some, I had two little leaves left over. So I think I'm going to glue one on top of the other, like so. I just kind of glued a banana there. And then that's what it's looking like. And I think I'm going to take it and kind of set it like so. Like over here on my corner, like that. Then I think I'm going to add a banana in my tree up here. I'm going to do it so y'all can see. I got a couple more bananas. Looking good. Now we can do the front. I thought it would be fun to put like vines on the front and then put a monkey on top of it. So I'm just want to show you how to put the vine together. There's the back piece, and then we have a brown piece, and that guy will go on top like so. And then I used vinyl for my leaves just to make it easier so I don't have to use the glue. So now we're just going to decide how to put our monkeys on our vines here. So I've kind of laid her like that, and then I'm going to fold her arm over like so and glue it to that branch. And then I'm just going to place it somewhere swinging on my card. Kind of wrap the tail of the monkey around it right there. I'm going to put a little glue on her arm to hold her in place. I made this border for this. So I forgot to put the border. So if you can remember to put your border on before you do your branches to swing, but I didn't. So I'm going to put some glue on this and then put it down. All right, so we got that done. And then for the inside, what I did is another border with the bananas. And how I did this is because I have a hard time with vinyl when it's flimsy. I put a piece of yellow vinyl on top of a white sheet of cardstock and then had it cut out. And then I just went through with the marker and marked my little brown ends. I'm going to put mine about right there. And for the back, what I thought would be neat was we can build like this monkey holding the sign. So I think I'm going to put this on first and then we'll put the other pieces on. And I already put the tail under, as you see, and then we can just put his little head right there. For his hands, I figured we could just find a place and line it up. Alright guys, so here is our finished card. We have a banana border with two monkeys swinging. Loving how that turned out. Love how the tail wraps around that limb. And then we open it up. And down here at the bottom it says swinging by to say hi. We did another banana border. And then we can swing our little boat. And then I'm going to turn it this way so you can see the front. And then on the back, I think this is so cute how he's holding the piece of paper we can write our message on. I think this turned out pretty stinking cute, guys. And this is what the back is looking like. And there we can see the boat just a rocking. Did you guys hear about the recent study? It found that humans eat more bananas than monkeys. It's true. I really can't remember the last time I ate a monkey. Because I want to thank you so much for stopping by and crafting with me. Don't forget to stop by next week to see what's popping and dropping. Bye.